Hello Blender folks, welcome back to Pxy-STUDY. We're continuing with our the building. So I have a list of things to do here, not very much things to do actually. So verify, this is for later. System console, okay, this is let's start with this. So Control F1. So we have some warnings about, there's just some warnings here. It says add-ons probably. Bone manager, not doesn't matter. What is this? Unregistered ring previews, view 3D viewport editor, motion paths. Apparently we have some bones with some motion paths maybe. No, it's just, yeah, I don't know. This is what I need to care about. So, okay, there's some warning about driver. Okay, there's still invalid drivers. I thought I have removed all of them. And what is this? Furniture, some assets. Yeah, some assets which are remaining here. So for the drivers, that should be Shift F6. There we go. So there are these the drivers. We can just here there is an option. Okay, let's select all, then remove, delete channels. No, it's another select channel, delete invalid drivers. Looks like this is gonna crash. Yeah, it seems like we started with a terrible crash. Pose bones, track aim, track head, yeah. Okay, no problem. We're gonna restart this thing. It's just the most boring thing, but we're gonna solve this in a moment. So here we go. Shift F6, then select all, then maybe just delete. Yeah, there we go. Just in case, let's reopen the file. Shift F5, and let's see. Well, we need to actually close Blender, this whole thing. Let's get here, back to Blender, back to the file, and there seems now it's clean. Yeah. And yeah, so apparently there's no Shift F5 here. Let's return. So returning to the list, so we have this thing seems solved. Then we have solve basic control rig. Okay, so in relation to target rig, so this is super annoying. It should be the easiest thing in the world, but apparently I'm struggling with this, attempting some different settings here, but we're gonna try to solve this very fast. So we need to get the bone manager here. It's easier for me to use this, so let's get, also there is okay, we're gonna remove all these properties here. It's a shame because I've edited all this, but with bone manager, it's part of bone manager extension. Yeah, so basically we don't have widgets here, so I'm gonna try to make this simple. So we have some control rig here, so basically this is just one type of, yeah, just for the foot. So let's we're gonna expand this a little more. Okay, so it's easier to visualize. Let's shift this thing. We're gonna select mirror extend, control F2 for B for bone. So instead of foot, we're gonna call it hand, and then we're gonna get this, and gonna get strip characters, hold shift and this, and remove this, and there we go. Now this is the hand left. We're gonna place it exactly on that joint, and we're gonna align it like this, making sure it's facing up. That should be enough. So we can also make it a bit smaller. There we go. As for the parent, yeah, the parent is the root bone right now. It would be better if you have a COG bone, right? So we can, it's probably better to have COG. So let's just duplicate. No, this is locked, right? So Shift W, we want to, yeah, unlock. Shift D, G, Z, S to scale, then somewhere about here. It doesn't really matter. Then we got COG, that is good enough. Then we want, we don't need this. This one we're gonna parent here, keep offset, and then all these bones here we're gonna parent to the COG. Now if we move this, okay, this is correct, but here we have some inconsistencies. Basically this is a handle for the wrist. Okay, this probably we just need to parent this to the target. Yeah, so we're gonna parent all this to the target, and then we get the target, we parent to the, it's unparented right now, so we gonna just parent to the this bone here. Still not working. Actually this is the wrong bone. This is actually a wrist, so actually this we parent to here, and this we parent to here, and still some bone is missing. So this is a thumb, metacarpal thumb. It should be parented to, looks like that I've lost a control bone here. Yeah, definitely looks like we've lost a very important bone there. So we're gonna, yeah, definitely it doesn't seem to be there. So in order to, okay, we're gonna Shift D the bone, we're gonna make this larger, we're gonna change these colors here. We're gonna make it control thumb metacarpal. Then we parent this to the control, and this one we need to, this is too big, right? So let's get this one parent connected here. No, okay, we need to symmetrize this, right? Let's get it non-deformed bone. About the orientation, we're gonna, yeah, it's okay, it's good, it's having this same orientation. The problem is that we've lost some properties here of, it's not super important right now on pose mode. Yeah, we've lost some features here. So where's the parent of this one? So control forearm, okay, offset, yeah, so we're gonna just get this and parent to this control forearm like here, keep offset. Now this should be correct. And phalanx, why it has these arcs, this, now this arc is correct, this has this arc, and this should have a different setting. So because I don't know, I'm just gonna copy Control Shift V, Control Shift V, everything here, Okay, probably this won't work very well for the automation, but why it is not responding? I think this is not, yeah, needs to be. Okay, but then we have, yeah, we symmetrize, then connect, there we go. All right, and then we adjust this another moment. So just to not forget, fix thumb, control thumb, inverse kinematics panel. Yeah. All right, then I need a reference here to make sure it matches the original from the original rig, right? All right, so this is good. So now the hand also has a control, but it's not working. We need to get the Ike bone constraint to work. So we're gonna do just as the foot here. And I wanted it to be the simplest as possible, but because my rig works differently, so this will be the target rig, and I think there is a mechanism I key, yeah, this one. So we're gonna just shift D this thing, and we're gonna shift Alt X, Control F2. We're gonna do the same here. It looks like there's double hands here. Okay, for now, maybe the same error exists here. Yeah, it does. So what we can do is just instead of foot, just foot. There we go. Now we can bring this up. We're gonna align this one with this, and then select this again and move this there. Okay. Now we can parent this offset to the master hand, and then we're gonna use this thing as a target for yeah, this of course this is wrong target. We're gonna use this, Control C, Control V. I don't remember why it has to have this. The parent, okay, this parent probably is incorrect. Let's see, Alt left click. This parent would be okay, so it has this I think it was doing double transforms, of course, which is bad. So we actually, there is no reason for it to have this yeah, I believe this is a mistake. There we go. Now we have, now it's correct. So we're gonna pick this again, and we're gonna go on edit mode, symmetrize, and now this should be correct. Yeah, then we got to do the same here. We're gonna pick, this is terrible. Then we got the mechanism Ike hand. We're gonna remove this. The parent is set. We're gonna symmetrize, and now that should be correct. But we need, of course, to use the, yeah, so we need to make the bones follow properly, right? So what we need to do is to okay, we see that this is not following. So what's happening, of course, is that for the hands, these bones actually, they need to be parent to the I key target, actually, which is, yeah, currently it's in the target skeleton, which is kind of incorrect. But we're gonna do this, keep offset, and now okay, still problematic. Of course, we need the I key bone constraint, so I'm gonna use this. We're gonna wait. How the I key bone constraint is working if, okay, the I key bone constraint is here, right? No. I'm gonna make this different. Yeah, we're gonna parent actually here connected, and then we're gonna change this I key bone constraint to the, yeah, I'm gonna delete this, then we're gonna Shift X, also delete this. Then we're gonna pick this thing and we're gonna grab the mechanism I key here. It's connected, so we're gonna Shift E, then target selected bone. Then we gotta get here just 2 and not use tail, and there we go. Now this should be, yeah, so it is not rotating properly, so we just need to add the copy rotation, and that will be a pose space, replace, and that okay, I guess we need to reset this. Maybe this orientation is incorrect, so we're gonna align here. No, it doesn't make difference. There's no pole target here, so why it is doing this madness? Replace pose space, of course. Okay, there's something about this rotation naturally. All right, maybe I need to, yeah, you know, this thing could have, yeah, it could have this alignment, I guess. And then we can, yeah, so what's happening is that there is a bone constraint here, copy transformed. Yeah, so the problem is here. Actually, to simplify this, we'd like to have, oh, hold on, this orientation, no, that's same orientation. Why it is, okay, let's return here. So they are facing downwards, right? What's this motion here? Of course, it's because of the parented connected. Okay, so why it's not rotate? Okay, active, there we go. Okay, so they have this thing. We're gonna, okay, we want this bone to have not this copy transforms actually. We just want a parent relation, the target to the mechanism principle. Then we're gonna, we don't need this rotation, or if we want, we just want this local space. And with here, right? Okay, so that's finally fixes this. No, there's still one problem. This is not necessarily a problem, it's a behavior, but it's not what I wanted. So we'll have to still do something here. So yeah, so this is obvious. We just need to align here. So we're gonna maintain here the default rotation, right? Just pure adaptation here, pose space. Now we have this thing. So interestingly, we could make a shift for the behavior from this bone actually, which is intriguing. So what is important to notice here? You see that the parent relation, it is, the parental relation doesn't, it follows independently, it makes the bone follow independently of the bone, the parent's orientation and its own orientation. Is like It's very generic. It doesn't care about bone orientations. It stays with the original stuff. While bone constraints, because of the copy transforms, it would be much harder to make this so you see, it doesn't matter if it's parented like that, it will follow the way it is, right? So this makes this variations, it could be oriented anyhow, it will just match that angle, that setup, right? So this is very valuable about bone parenting relations, right? They are just very stiff like that. They are very stable in that regard. But and I could use this in my favor. So for example, if we turn this off, we don't even need, yeah, so actually we immediately have the problem is that we lose the control, right? We have a behavior which is, but we lose any rotational feature. We'd like to maintain the rotational feature, but this is an intriguing setup. I used to do this differently. So how to make it follow the rotation, whichever it is. So we could use, for example, secondary, we can drive this, but how, let's see. Yeah, so you see we have this, and we have this. Yeah, so we maintain this this possibility of rotation directed from the same control bone, and so I could have two bone constraints here. But what if we, let me try something here. It seems to be having a double transforms here, of course. And what if we get a, yeah, this will, yeah, mess up everything. So no, it's not. We'd have to have a replace thing, right? So the problem is indeed that I'm not sure if we can swap this like that. Let's see what it does. What did, put this as an expression? I don't know what this does. It's property, right? Single property. No, I think it's a context property, maybe. Okay, time's up. This was a short one. Let's try pick this copy driver, copy data path, add driver, single property, context property. It doesn't work, so this, maybe it's false, that data path. copy folded data path. Anyway, this is a horrible way to do this. It doesn't seem to work anyways. Never tried this particular thing, right? So delete driver. So we're gonna just stick to this. Maybe the idea of having double here would be better. So you have like arc. Yeah, I don't know which one first. So stiff and like follow and arc. So basically this will be this one, and this one would be local space like this. Now they are stacking, which is not good, right? Okay, so you can make them stack actually. We don't need to like reduce one. So this will do the full replace. Yeah, one is replacing the other. So okay, so this is the default. The arc is being replaced, right? So we can probably just drive this one. So one way to achieve this is just to why I can't scale the bone, probably some lock scales. Let's I don't know why this is not scaling the okay, of course, because this is not, there's no copy scale. Interesting, right? So that means that we can, yeah, so this is a good thing. It's good to be able to control. So if you want to scale the foot or the leg, you use other bones. So this is actually good currently in my opinion. So what we want is to be able to scale along the y-axis. So what we can do with this is that we can use the scale to transform this property. So basically it's not the best thing, right? It's like a workaround, and Dico has had this idea a very long time ago, but here I'm making a special use of that technique. So basically we got so you don't need to create a custom property for this. We just need to, yeah, and you see you still have this control. Of course the driver is not working right now, so it's useless. We need to test this manually, but I assume this is correct. Okay, so what we need to do here is to get this one, and so we're gonna pick from here, copy as new driver and paste it here. It's probably more than this. Paste driver, yeah, it will probably be more complicated than this. We might have to place a limit scale here, so it's all tricky. But here we got something like the default. You see that as we reduce, yeah, so we probably want a scripted expression here, like and so scale, yeah, but we could have like a scale times, yeah, the expression, let's see, I want to reduce the scale. I had this setup done, I just don't remember right now, but I want to try to achieve this anyway. So we have like scale is one of the worst things to manipulate, rotation also in terms of drivers. So it will be, let's see, value. The original scale is 1, start at scale 1, yeah, 1. Then we want to negate this value with scaling up, right? Or scaling down, maybe. Yeah, we could scale down. So the scale minus what? Minus itself? No. It starts 1 minus scale, because scale starts as 1, right? Is the default is 1, so like, so scale is 1, or we could try -1 plus scale. So now it starts disabled, which is not what I want, but we can then, if I scale up, I can get it fixed, and as a reset, this goes back to 1. If we grow positive, yeah, so then we reach the maximum and we have this behavior. So maybe the inverse would be better. Not sure that maybe the other order matters here. We're just gonna try. So yeah, it doesn't work. Apparently they don't substitute well, so we absolutely need, probably we need the, oh yeah, it is disabled. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is the stiff. Then if we scale this up, then we have the other, and we can still manipulate. Okay, the other order doesn't seem to matter, so we can just define the, yeah, let's add here the limit scale. So it's just for this one, we want the minimum 1 and the maximum this, and maybe local space, and this is done, right? We have to be attention not to scale negatively. This is a nightmare, so we just have to do this, right? And so if we scale this to maximum, we have this behavior, right? And reset scale, then we have this behavior. And in both situations, we can rotate the foot, right? So yeah, just get the foot keyframe. So because it's the same bone, you can totally keyframe its properties, right? Typical, like the Y scale and the rotations and the location. You don't care about additional bones. You just care about the bone itself. You grab, you position wherever you want, you rotate the way you want, you keyframe what it automatically or not, auto keying set or not, auto keying option on or off, whatever. And then you also can change this exactly in the, so it's much more convenient than this garbage, pure garbage of making custom properties to yeah, there's no comparison. Yeah, the only thing we need to, yeah, it's not perfect because Blender has this problem here with the scale. One day maybe they might fix it. The other problem is that, so it's a little drawback, but it's manageable. The other thing that we need to be wary about is that we don't want to use this bone for the scaling. So we are sacrificing the scaling of the master Ike bone direct, which is not a terrible thing because we might still have, yeah, you can just grab the, maybe the real bone for the foot, right, to do that job. So it's it might also, because the control bones, they have so much maybe they are interact with so many things, this master bone, so it's better not to be scaling them unless, except certain bones, right? Because they can scale things that we don't want. So if we just want to scale the foot, then you just pick the tweaker foot, whatever, tweak foot, I don't know, F key foot bone, something like this. I don't have it now, but so this seems to be working. So we're gonna get this and this, and we're gonna symmetrize. Also, we're also gonna do this with these bones. There's a, okay, whatever, symmetrize all this. Let's see if this also works here. This seems to be working. The thing that I need to do, however, is that I need to copy that. Okay, this is the same, and so here we want this driver, so copy driver, and then we got this one, and we're gonna paste driver, and here probably we'll have to change the target here. This is just a name, so I think this should be fine. This we don't change anything. Let's see if this is true for the right leg. Yes, so this works. And then we can adjust if we want to multiply this scale more. This is too much, right? So to adjust that, we could just do something like usually plus scale times 2. No, it's not that. It's like scale. So it's -1 plus scale, which is 1. So 1, this is 0. The default is 0, right? And if I want to make it faster, yeah, how do I make this faster? Yeah, here I don't remember how this is done, because I need to do this yeah, I don't know now. There's certainly a way, I remember, that this should be feasible. Oh, it's this limit, of course. We just need to, okay, it's here actually. We just need to get something like this. It's not going that far. We could have like something like this. Of course, now it's not doing the whole thing. If we check here, we are not getting the full thing. So we multiply this by 4 because it's right. And then now we see that as we expand, it is okay, it is wrong. Yeah, okay, it is incorrect. The scale starts as 1, right? So zero. Okay, maybe we have to do something like this. No, still not. stupid thing. So basically negative, the scale is 1. Of course, this cannot be multiplied like this. Yeah, so maybe this is a different case. Anyways, I'm gonna look at that later, but this is the I'm gonna go back here. Yeah, back to the other system, right? Okay, so this is enough for now. So I have to go now, sorry folks. So we're trying to fix this control rig. It's not the simplest control rig, but it will serve. It's interesting to have some variation. It's still very effective already and very simple. This part, I need to reproduce this for the arms, and then we have to see how I'm gonna fix the setup for this thing so that we can control the torso and the leg with this whole skeleton, right? And then I intend to return today for the continuation. So thanks for watching folks, see you soon.